the Under-18 Boys Junior State Cup from Connolly Park in Wagga. Mike Sheen, Ricky Hetherington with you for this game. Ricky, got the big boys out here, city versus country, and it should be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, definitely an interesting matchup, these two teams, and Yass normally always full of running and full of energy, and St George will be a bit more structured, hopefully, and a bit more, probably more what we've seen most of the weekend from the big sides and the big city side, so it'd be two contrasting styles, and see how we go in this game.
Well, both teams at the wrong end of the ladder, so both teams are looking for points here. St George they've had two draws to their credit. St George with the 4 points from two draws. Yass yet to record a victory in the tournament so far, both in Pool B. So they'll be looking to right their wrongs. Only a couple of games remaining. I think they've got 3 to go after this one in the Under-18 Boys.
Yeah, the 18 boys and 18 girls have been playing about 8 or 9 round games. Some of them playing their last ever Junior State Cup, so New South Wales giving them a lot of games on their last 10 attempts. So very tough yakka, and a lovely try there by the Yass Bulls. Number 11, Taylor Doyle, running a nice little rooster play and just straight through him, dive a line, and referee said thanks for coming, try time.
Trytime.com, Yass Bulls lead at 1-0 after nearly a minute in the first half. So the Saints have it in front of them, with Doyle getting the opening try of the match. Saints running from left to right in the traditional red and white of St George. Yass, similar colours there in the white with the black trim and the red numbering. St George more akin to the traditional blood and bandages of years gone by in the rugby league world. The famous red V of St George being represented on the touch football field this weekend. Once again, is a chance for the Saints. Did he get it down? No.
No, good defence there by the Yass Bulls. They sort of just held their shape, held their width, and held their spacing, and St George had to go up the line, and they had it defensively. So now the Yass be looking to get to their sub-blocks, and as I said at the start, they're full of running, but mistake. Critical mistake. They didn't need their Yass. They had some good momentum going forward there, and they won't want that throughout the game.
It was Riley Todd Bonsalar who got very close to the line. He's got the ball right now, the number 47 for the Saints. Big frame of Riley Todd Bonsalar. By this age group, they've certainly developed out physically. Nice dive. This time he gets it down. No, it'll be a play the ball. No
touch made there by the Yass Bulls defenders, and just again the sweeper play and just telling their space there. Yass, they're defending really well here.
Got a number 2 on the field, which we don't have on our team list. Got the ball away, but couldn't find a hand of a Saints player.
Lovely defence there from Yass. They've just held their shape nicely and chased him to the corner there. The number 1, Noah Collins from Yass there. Good defence there and a good diving touch. And Yass again got a bit of momentum on their drive, and they've just got to tidy up a few little things, and they'll have a good opportunity at the back end.
As we see the Bulls on the attack, referee will say play it again. Just on the 10-metre line. Yass taking it forward. Now here's a good opportunity for the Bulls. They need to offload. They do, and there's the second score. Joseph Hewitt gets in for the Bulls to make it 2-0 to them. They're off to a good start this morning in this game.
Yeah, lovely try there from the Yass Bulls. They just got a nice strike dump and got in the backfield there and found Hewitt open, and a lovely try. Yass 2-0 to the good.
So we see the St George side back on halfway, ready to restart play. Down by 2 in this round 6 encounter in Pool B. Here's a chance for the Bulls now on their own 10, starting a fresh set and getting some momentum, getting a good drive here up the middle. It's a nice run. Josh Dean taking it forward. Now it's the number 1 in Noah Collins hitting it up. The 13's Alex Gajic. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Apologies, Alex, if I've got that wrong, but he's got the ball right now. He'll turn it back on the inside. That's a lovely finish there. Noah Collins gets it down for number 3 for the Bulls. They've really turned up today, the Yass boys.
A lovely try there from Yass Bulls. Let's run a simple sweeper play with a follow. So the sweeper takes off and just pops the ball back into the trailing attacker, and St George has found wanting there in that try. And 3-0 down, and I'm sure Coach Terence Kwok won't be very impressed, and he'll be into his troops just to be a little better. And if you can They've been a bit sloppy, especially defensively, and they won't be very happy by that.
No, they are. They've got a bit of work to do here, the Saints. 99 is Toby Parrott. Theo Maliaros in the number 4 shirt. Can't hold on to it there. Theo Maliaros making the error there on that occasion. Now, Yass coming out of their end. That's Josh Dean. I think he's got some wheels on him. Actually, it's Tim McPhillips who's got the real speed. We've seen them before. Seen him before for Yass. So penalty for offside against the Bulls.
Yeah, so the Yass Bulls had 7 players on there. The players have to be off and in the sub box before their replacement player can enter the field. So referees on the sideline watching that as well when teams go to the sub box, that the player doesn't leave early and jump early because it does create an advantage throughout the set.
There's a nice dive and score by the number 4, Theo Maliaros, for the Saints. Get their first on the board. So
lovely try there from St George. That's around the Rooster player, and Yass just backed a bit over the line there. The line is getting a bit faded as the games go on today, and just went over the line a bit too far there, Yass Bulls, and St George realised that and just dove at the line, and a lovely try there, and 3-1, Yass still lead. And
yeah, well, I've got it at 3-1 on our sheet, but the scoreboard showing 2-1.
Henrik.
St George.
Thanks, mate.
There we go, scoreboard showing 3-1. It'll be St George with the ball just inside their own 10, try to keep it alive. It's a nice run there from Patrick number 8 for the Saints. Keeping it alive here, that's Riley Todd Bonsalar. 23's Noah Hagawara.
Yeah, Yass haven't been great last couple of sets with the ball, so it's given St George a lot of opportunities here on the line, and they keep giving opportunities. St George will score tries.
St George on the attack. Noah Hagawara in the 23 turns it over. So
yeah, it's very one-dimensional there. The attack there from the St George Saints, and just they still tie that up. If they can be a bit more fluent with their attack, they'll have opportunities because Yass will give them opportunities to make mistakes.
Here's a chance for Yass on the outside. They've got numbers here. They've got a little bit of space. That's Hewitt taking it forward. Now it's Collins. Collins takes on the line. Good momentum here from the Saints. That's Hewitt on the outside. He can't hold on to it though. Ball goes to ground. St George come away with it. They're down 3-1. Just under 4 minutes remaining first half.
Yeah, Yass look good every time they get the ball down that other end of the field. They just got to get it down there more often, and they will create more opportunities and put a few more tries on. And St George have to fix their defence up near this in their attacking zone, in their defending zone. Sorry.
We saw Yass yesterday. McPhillips was the one who had the wheels on him, but we haven't seen him much today. Tim McPhillips for the Yass Bulls, wearing the number 5. That'll be a turnover on the last. Yeah, he had plenty of toe in his boots yesterday, but we haven't seen him come to life today. As they make changes once again, the Yass boys. Only a short drive down the Sturt Highway.
They've got pinged again here.
Only a short drive down the highway from their hometown.
So pinged again there. The Yass Bulls, 7 on the field. Referees are all over that, and they're all over that every tournament. So Yass need to realise that and clean that part of the game because they had good momentum there, and that just keeps killing them and gives St George a chance at the line.
So St George on the attack at the 7-metre line. The ball is lost. Referee says the Yass player interfered in the ruck, so it'll be a penalty to the Saints on the 7.
Yeah, referee Ryan Wake all over there. He's foot in the ruck, and he's telling the Yass boys they have to move forward here and get the line.
There's a gap. Did he get it down? No.
No, lovely touch there by Harrison King from Yass, shutting the play down the short side. Good defence there.
Kai Duck didn't do so. Referee says we'll have it again.
So you can see the referee there, Ryan Wake, telling Yass they have to go forward. Keep going forward. He wants them to go forward a bit faster for him.
Here's a chance for the Bulls for the Saints out of dummy half. That was Brody Duck. Gets in to make it 3-2 to the Bulls.
Lovely try there from the Bulls. Just a lovely little rooster play again, and Brody Duck just going up the line on the short side. Yass just making a few mistakes last couple of sets, Yass, and giving St George chances. If they keep giving teams chances to attack your try line, you will eventually crack.
As we see the Bulls now back on the park. Attacking once again. That's Dean taking it forward. Good run from Josh Dean. Creating some opportunities here for the Bulls. They're a little bit static here. They're going to run a play. That's Collins taking it forward. Did he get it down? I'm going to say no, he's short. Short of the line by only a few metres. He'll come back to the 7. Play it there. Do they want to go long? No, he thought about it there, Collins. They've got numbers wide on the right-hand side. Do they want to offload? No, they can't. Good touch there on the outside winger there for the Yass Bulls.
Yeah, it was the last touch there from Yass. They threw it right to their side of the field, so St George have to go across the field to get to their sub-box. It's a great place to hand the ball over, and it's caused a mistake out of the St George team. And now Yass will go on the attack and try to re-stretch their lead to 2 just before half-time.
They've got numbers to the right here. The St George defence is not lined up now. It has.
Yeah, they're trying to set up here, Yass, and take their time and get it right. So Josh Dean with the ball, just trying to set up the play there in the middle with the number 1, Noah Collins. So they're the ones with their hands on the ball.
Dean trying to direct traffic. Collins can't get through.
So trying to run the rooster play there, Collins, and just got touched short of the line. So 2 more touches here for Yass, and they'll be looking to get another strike dump here, hopefully.
Dean from a standing start. Hewitt zigged when he should have zagged. Ball goes to ground.
Yeah, just a bit of miscommunication there from Yass. So St George be looking to get down the field with about 20 seconds left in this game and getting one last shot at them.
Still their own side of halfway by nearly 10 metres. So they come back to the open side left once again. Trying to find a way through. There's only seconds remaining. Here's a good run from Brody Duck. Has one of the tries, got the ball away on the outside, but couldn't find a hand on the outside. That'll be the half-time hooter in the background. So we'll have one play. Yass happy to just take it up, take the contact. Half-time, 3-2. Yass over St George in this under-18 boys match here at Jubilee Park.
So a fairly even contest so far in this one. St George didn't start well, but have come back a bit late in the half, and Yass started like a house on fire and were full of running and just lost their way a bit in the last sort of 5 or 6 minutes of that half. And St George got back some quality ball in there in the attacking half and got back in it. So the message to both teams would be very simple from their coaches. Just don't make mistakes. Don't make mistakes. Get forward. Get some momentum forward. Let's find a nice strike dump at the back end. Find that nice little platform to run your play at the end and take your opportunities when they're there. If we're going to take more opportunities, we'll win this game. It's very simple.
Not a difficult game when you look at it from the coach's box. The St George side down by 1, 3-2 at the break. This round 6 Pool B match. Both teams hoping to get their late charge to the finals on. Looks like it'll be a tough task for both of them, but they'll be certainly hoping they can climb the ladder late in the afternoon, heading towards finals tomorrow.
Yeah, it's one of the arts of our game, touch football, how much impact the coaches can have in these games on the run, in the middle of the game. Like we get a 2-minute water break here. Normally we don't get a break, and it's 25 minutes straight. So coaches have to fix things on the run when they get their players to their sub-box, and it is an art for coaches. You've got to be very good at it to change the momentum of the game and change the game by a few words on the sideline when you get them on the sideline with you for a second or two.
So there's a siren in the background for the second half to get us underway once again. Here at Jubilee Park, the Yass Bulls taking the tap, and we're underway for the second period of play. Yass with a 1-score lead, leading 3-2 at the break over the St George Saints. Yass on the attack, that ball going to ground at the wrong moment.
Yeah, nice setup there from Yass, running the nice rooster play, and they had the over, but just couldn't quite get the ball to the far wing. And if they did, they would have stretched their lead to 2. But here comes St George now on the drive, trying to get out of trouble.
Love to know
but
what the message.
Another mistake from St George in the rucking. It's been the theme for the last 2 games for St George, even in the 16 girls now in this game, just mistakes in the ruck.
Love to know what the message was at halftime from the the Saints coaching staff, Terry Kwok, the coach of the Saints. As they come to the right-hand side now, Yass, short ball up the middle. They've got numbers. Touch was not made, was it? No,
touch was made there by the St. George
my initial
team.
reaction was that it was, but Yass sold it beautifully.
I'm trying to sell the dummy here, Yass,
Yeah.
but good defence from St. George, so...
Referee didn't buy that. Now they come... No, we've got an error. They got the ball away on the outside for Harrison King.
So referee Rachel Whiteside there just caught an infringement in the roll ball, and it's probably let St. George have looked there. I reckon Yass would have scored off that play if it was to let go, but now St. George will be trying to get to their box, and Yass are really pushing up indeed, trying to take the metres off them.
There's King pushing up on the outside, but the St. George player got across to the sideline in time. Zeden Wilson. Penalty goes to the Saints.
Made a penalty there to St. George, so be very critical here from St. George. If they can get down there and get this game back on a level playing field, it'll be really good. But
got an error here in the play the ball.
An absolute coach killer. Mistake touch one after getting a penalty on halfway, and Yass have let him straight back off the hook though.
Couple of errors there. Both teams, if Yass can hold on, it'll be their first win of the tournament. St. George will get their second if they can come from behind. Only down by the one score with about 9 minutes remaining. Now St. George making a little error. Penalty will go to Yass.
Involuntary roll ball there again. Just like in the last game, you must play the ball after you get touched, not before. The referees are all over that again, and now Yass be looking to get forward here and just get another attacking platform and get a chance to get their lead back out to 2.
There's Dean firing it off for Hewitt, who's back on the park. Dean with the number 6, the long flowing hair. That's him out of dummy half, going for a good run. That'll be a dummy half touch, so it'll be a turnover. Good run there from Josh Dean. Did well to split the St. George defence, but had to get the ball away and couldn't do so.
It's the last touch anyway, so it's not a bad turnover there from the Yass Bulls, so it's not a smart one for them. So we're looking to press up here and get a bit more of an opportunity at the back end of their next set.
Now St. George on the counter-attack, driving to the left as we look at it. Mitchell Langley in the 44. The 47's Riley Todd Bonsalar, but the penalty goes to Yass once again. Outside their own 7.
Another involuntary roll ball there from St. George, so they'll be looking to clear that up, St. George, and Yass, here they come on the attack again.
Looking very sharp, Dean heads to the sideline. Get some reinforcements on the park now. Yass, that's Gajic in the 13. Referee says penalty Yass for a shoulder in the contact.
Shoulder in the touch, bit of a hard physical in the air. So Rachel Whiteside all over it there. And so here come Yass with the attack. I expect number 5 here, Tim McPhillips, to be all over the ball and be dictating the tempo of the game.
There's 2 in quick succession. The first one inside the... No, we've got a forced sub here for St. George. So they've got a forced sub. St. George making the change now. With... the number 2 going onto the park for them to complete their 6. Good hands out wide. Just couldn't find the winger though. Ball goes to ground.
Yeah, they just rushed it there a bit, yes. They had the advantage and they had the numbers and they just couldn't quite. Just a rush past and the pressure. So St. George be looking to drive out of trouble here and make no mistakes here.
Gajic made the good tag there on Zeden Wilson for the Saints. As they roll over halfway. Now it's Theo Maliaros. 23's Noah Hagiwara. So they advance forward here, St. George on the attack. Towards the Yass line. He'll need to get the ball away. Can he get it down in time? No, I don't think he did. But it'll be a penalty to St. George out here on the 7.
Penalty for holding there. They sort of got interfered with the support runners there from St. George, the Yass Bulls. So fresh set 6 for St. George, and this could get us back on a 11 playing field with just over 6 minutes to go.
Game's well and truly on the line. The stutter step, he got it down. Maliaros with a double. Gets St. George level at 3-3.
Yeah, lovely try there by Maliaros. Little quickie play, and the Yass Bull player offside, and referee Ryan Wake on the spot says play on, try, and A great decision there from Ryan Wake, one of our best referees here this weekend. So Yass and St George 3-3 with 5.5 to go. So see how we go up in here. And
referee says drop ball. It'll be St George ball on the 10-metre line. They come back to the right-hand side now, not going to the sub-box this time. They'll play it on halfway. St George firing it out for Langley. Now they work it back. Wilson.
Yeah, the last 3 or 4 minutes, Yass just have been a bit disgruntled and a bit not quite themselves. So if they can get it, tidy their mistakes up, get their flow back in their game, they are a chance to still win this game. But we are locked up with 5 to go.
As they make more changes, yes, that's Dean back on the park. He's got the jet-powered boots. Josh Dean finds half a gap, nearly got through there this time. That was a brilliant play from the number 6. He'll take it up the middle. He'll be back on the support option. They need to unload the ball here, Yass. And they do. They got it down.
Yeah, lovely
nice work.
Lovely try there by the Yass Bulls. Josh Dean and Tim McPhillips all over the ball, and the try was scored by Joshua Kaczynski. But a lovely try. It was set up there by Dean and McPhillips. Dean, lovely little run in behind, and McPhillips just got out of half, took him to the short side, and found the open man in Josh Kaczynski. And now Yass back in the lead, 4-3 with 4 to go.
Yeah, this one really is on the line. 4-3, Yass lead it, but certainly game is up for grabs here at Jubilee Park as St George make another error through Kai Duck. Zinc cream on the faces of quite a few of the St George players today and over the weekend. A lot of the players trying to keep out of the heat, although it doesn't feel quite as hot as it was yesterday. I have to say, yesterday was seriously warm weather, but today certainly on the warm side, but not as bad as we had. There was a little breeze earlier that I did notice, so certainly cooling conditions. Oh, that's a nice try again. No.
Late pass.
Late pass.
Late pass there from the Yass Bulls. They got out of half then. Collins got out of half again and put on a threat. And St George just got there in the time to force the pass, and it was a late one. And referee's on the spot, John on the spot again. And St George be looking to get a chance here at the back end of the set to get back on a level peg. Because Yass have found their run and found their rhythm the last 2 minutes of this game.
They certainly have found something here in the last little period. The Bulls, Hagiwara plays it. He'll be available on the right. He does get it, but the referee says no, he was touched, so it'll be a turnover. Yeah,
referee Rachel Watts are there on the spot with Emma Bleedsdale, who's on the field now for the referees, and they're on the spot as usual. And Yass be looking to get forward here, and I'm assuming McPhillips and Dean will be coming on here and looking to get their speed demons into the game here.
Penalty to Yass here as well, so that's an advantage for them.
And there's Dean with the ball tapping, but the referee saying go back to the mark.
I think he was a little bit too keen on the trigger there, Josh Dean. Now we'll take the tap. First play on halfway. Full set at their disposal. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Dean takes it up the middle. He's happy to sort of run a block play. The Josh Dean and set himself up as the runner for the Yass Bulls now.
So he's looking to get out of half here, Josh Dean. He'll be looking to scoop out a half here. And he's got it at his platform. If he finds the wing.
He almost found the winger. I thought that was ended up in one of the back fields, but he almost found him in the end.
Yeah, there's a lovely setup there from Yass. He sort of faked to go to the open side, took him onto the short side and put him under a lot of pressure. But he's a bit too keen there in defence. The referees have caught him offside and penalty given and let St George off the hook there.
Now St George on the 7, their own end of the ground, 90 seconds remaining. Can they find something in the final stages of this one? But we've got a
push in the ruck there, hard touch there.
Referee's going to stop play for a moment.
Referee's going to stop play and just have a word as two teams.
Josh Dean here, I think is the acting captain or co-captain for Yass, along with Alex Gajic.
No, Alex Gajic been forced sub there for a hard touch. So let's him off the hook, and here come St George, and with 1 minute to go, looking to tie the game up.
Can they find an equaliser, give them a third draw of the weekend? Yass looking for their first win if they can hold on for the next 60 seconds. If they can keep St George out, you'd think they're home. Here the Bulls, Brody Duck Plays it, gets it back. Goes himself, that's the last. He'll play it on the 7. What have they got here? St. George, dummy half touch. That was a bad option there from St. George.
Lovely defence there from the Yass Bulls. They just let St. George run into empty space, and with their foot speed, they just covered it nicely. And now Dean and McPhillips will just try to control the game here for the last 15 seconds, and Yass will have their first win of the tournament in the 18 boys.
Yeah, big effort there from the Bulls. Certainly shown plenty of promise there. Ball goes to ground.
That's a lazy ruck there from Josh Dean. Just went no effort into the ruck and just dropped the ball clean. So one touch here for St. George. Yass just got to hang on.
The touch is made, and that's full time. Yass gets home 4-3 over the St. George side in a very entertaining under-18 boys match in the Junior State Cup.
Yeah, there's a quality contest there from both teams, and Yass dictated the tempo throughout the start of the game and probably the end of the game. They had the better running, and St. George dominated the middle period just in that first part of the second half. But both teams are a bit still. They can keep playing like they did today. Both teams, they are a chance in games going forward. They're just going to limit their mistakes, and some foot speed from the Yass team, Josh Dean and Tim McPhillips. They can use them a bit more in future games. They will be a threat against some of the better teams because foot speed does kill in this game. So yeah. But that brings us to the end of that game. And
yep. Up next, the under-12 boys, Parks and Balmain to do battle at 10:30.